So can we give a huge round of applause to Manisha Agrawal? Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I feel privileged and humbled both to address this August gathering. And I do understand that it is lunchtime and we all are feeling hungry. So let us do a quick exercise. So how many of you like idli? Can you please raise your hands up? Idli. How many of you like dosas? Right? And how many of you love coffees? Right? The exercise is that when I say idli, you have to do this. Okay? When I say idli, you've got to do this. When I say dosa, you've got to do this. And when I say coffee, you have to do this. Right? So, can we get started? Yes? All right. Thank you very much. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Idli. Dosa. Coffee. Coffee. Dosa. Idli. Idli. Dosa. Coffee. Coffee. Dosa. Idli. Thank you very much. Did you all enjoy this? Great. Thank you very much. So this was just to make a given understanding of how we live life as a strategist and also as explorers. Many a times, these small incidents change our lives. They are the sliding door moments. I do understand that many of you got confused when I continuously said idli, dosa, and coffee. But at the same time, this is what we work upon. So, my name is Manisha Agrawal, and I have been training students and corporates for soft skills for over 12 and a half years. At the same time, we have also been pursuing the contributing towards the spiritual journey of people. And I run my own brand, which is known as the Exuberance Academy, and we work upon letting people achieve their dreams within their own stipulated timeline. This is what we work upon, and my dream is to at least help millions and millions of people achieve their dreams within their stipulated timeline. Coming back to my small contribution to this society was the third route. It is my second book. My first book was The Ardor, which is a collection of poems. But coming down to the third route, it was a very deep thought when I broke almost 6 bones in my leg because of an accident, and also 3 ligament tears in the same leg. This gave me a time to understand and ponder over why do highly skilled people, they succeed a little bit, but why do people who are less skilled succeed more? And this gave me an idea onto how can we inculcate the art of generating solutions and creating problems into opportunities. Because when we try to convert problems into opportunities, this is where our skill also lies, and we can explore our unknown and unfolded arenas of our lives. This is what my third route has been working upon. The reason why, you want to know the reason why? Is because we are like this paper. Our lives is like this paper. We have many people around us, right, who want to tear us and who want to break us and put it like a trash. So there has to be some people to pick us up and make us whole again. This is what is the intention with which I wrote my book, The Third Route. How many of you have ever counted that how many negative words we talk when we give a speech or when we talk to people even one-on-one? How many of you have done it? Please raise your hands if you have ever tried to do it. Anybody who has ever tried to do it? Yeah? No. We don't understand, even we don't realize that words are powerful. They create an impact. And this is where my third route works upon it. Small words make big impacts. And a life can be made or a life can be destroyed at the same time. So my third route says that why not to change these connotations from negative to positive? How many of you have ever questioned yourself that if something negative has happened, why it happened to me? Isn't it a general connotation? Oh my God, this thing happened. Why it happened to me only? Why it had to happen to me only? Why are we being questioning ourselves as a victim? How many of you have come across such situations? Please raise your hands. Right? I guess all of us. And all of us at some point in time, we realize that why only we become the victims of such things. But did you ever realize, and with a changed mindset, just turn that key and imagine that why is what happened when we yearned or when we yelled for that situation to come? So what happens is we all witness guests at home, right? And when do the guests come at your place? When you invite them wholeheartedly, right? Similar are life situations. Why do situations come to us? It's because we have yelled for it. We have wanted them to come into our lives. That is the reason we stand here and say, oh my God, now they're there. For example, on a birthday party, if you invite at least 10 people, and what will happen if 20 of them show up? Aren't we happy? Aren't we happy? Sometimes we are happy, but sometimes we just take it into mind, oh my God, what will happen? How we'll arrange for it? Rarely do we realize that it's a very welcoming situation, right? And sometimes we may get panicked. Sometimes we try to take out solutions, maybe order a few dishes from here and there. Similar is our life. When the problem has turned itself up, it's because we made certain choices. It is all a question of choices. And this is what my third root says, that it is all because of the choices that you make that you land into certain situations. And when the situation is created, who is going to get the solution? Can you tell me who is going to get the solution? It is we ourselves. Because since we have yelled for the situation, so we have the key to flip the situation and then turn it to our advantage and convert that into an opportunity. So this is what I have just tried to research upon and put it in my third root. So what is the Guru Mantra there? The Guru Mantra is when we are stuck up in a situation, what do we need to do? We need to stimulate our thought process until we capture the key, which is the solution inside the problem. So every problem is not a problem, but it is an opportunity. And every opportunity has its own key. Going further upon, I would like to just take your attention to small things in life. How many of you have really relished the taste of the food that you eat? Great, thank you very much. How many of us have ever felt the coolness of water within? Great. How many of us have actually understood and felt the purity in the air? Great. But they are very rare of us. Then, why haven't we done it before? It's because there are a lot of people who are not able to understand the situation. So situational awareness is what is the intention of my third root. We all like to follow the easy path. How many of us have said, okay, I want to go on a long drive? All of us? Have you ever experienced? Right? You all like to go on a long drive? Okay. This is the easiest way of going for an entertainment. How many of us like to go for movies here? How many of us are going to go to movies here? Great. All. Almost all, right? And how many of us read books for entertainment? I can see the hands are going down. Because it is a little bit difficult to read, imbibe, and then make a change. And how many of us have tried to make something new or create something new for entertainment? Good, great. I can see a lot of people here, but then still, if we go down to the statistics, the results are pretty low. So, my third root insists upon let us inculcate the art of generating solutions to the questions which are unanswered and even unexplored. Now, how do we do that? We can do that by three ways. One, try to identify the locust point within a situation. That is, when a problem comes, when an opportunity comes, rather, how are we going to approach that opportunity? So, first locus point is how to create our perception in a way that we can learn how to see a problem as an opportunity. So, coming back to Lieutenant General Ahluwalia's point, that, sir, I would like to answer your question here. That what is the threat to the national security is basically the lack of situational analysis and awareness, and how to get that flip so that when we flip our perception, we can get a solution. So, first of all, we tend to understand the locus point. Then, what different options do we have for solutions? We have many options. Many times we restrict ourselves to thinking because we try to take either the easiest route or we try to take the escape route. Then what is the third option? The third option is put yourself into the most difficult situation and then try to take a solution. Because that is where the permanent solution lies. Many of us, we don't ever try to spend the entire money in our bank accounts, come to zero, and then start afresh. Have you ever tried this? Anybody who has tried this? Has anybody is there who has ever tried this option? Okay, so let me give you an insight. Every month, believe it or not, every month, I am the person who comes down to zero and then again start back. Not squandering, but trying to help different people. Because my final goal is to help different people achieve their dreams. So I come to zero at every point of time and then start back again. You know the reason why I do this every time? What I have learned out of this exercise is that there is when you are at 100, doesn't matter. When you are at zero, it doesn't matter. What matters is that how you are contributing. And can anyone tell me where the change begins from? Can anyone tell me where the change begins from? It begins from ourselves, but it doesn't end there. Charity always begins at home, but doesn't end there. It goes in the infinite. And with this stream, it led to my spiritual development, wherein I have been healing more than 10,000 people pan India today with different healing modalities. And I am so happy to contribute to their lives. So, my third route says that burn your boats. Because when you burn your boats, you don't give yourself an option. That's when you're taking the third route. It is a very difficult journey, but yes, it's very interesting because it takes you on a journey wherein you can just invent, invent, and invent. Coming to my forthcoming works, I have also observed that there are three categories of people we are always surrounded with. One, those who are spoilers. Second, those are builders. And the third, who are indifferent. Right? There's a saying that builders build millimeter by millimeter, but the spoilers, they spoil kilometer by kilometer. So let us identify that why these people are important. Have you heard of the 80-20 rule? Has anybody heard of the 80-20 rule? Yes. With the 80% of hard work, if you're getting 20% result, is there any meaning? No. But within the 20% of hard work, if you're getting 80% result, this is what makes a difference. So this applies everywhere. And why do we fail to achieve this is because we are not able to match our timeline along with our relationships. So spoilers are those people who are stopping you from something. Like for example, there are many people who are residing in the villages. They have big, big dreams to achieve. And they are the ones who say that we want to make something and contribute to the country. But the parents, they say, no, we are sick, and who will take care of us? Don't go, Baba, to study elsewhere or make your career. Stay with us, take care of us. Because of this reason, we have raised you so far. do you think they will ever contribute to somebody's life? No. So what we mean to say is, allow them not to affect you. But 95% of the times, you'll find that we are stuck up in such situations and we just lose our time on managing these spoilers. Next category, our builders. In the same case, those parents who said, no, come what may, we can take care of ourselves. You go, achieve your dreams, study hard, and make your career. That's when they are motivating you to be into the strategists. And these are our builders. They will say, do what you want, experience, learn your life, and go and be an explorer. So these are builders. And the last category, the indifferent. Those parents who said, okay, it's your choice whether you go or you don't go. It doesn't matter to us. Take your call and do what you want. They are indifferent. The interesting part is we need all these categories of people in our lives. Why? Is because, I'll start with the indifferent, because if you have indifferent people in your life, they add spice to life. Because you will get to know from them where what gossip is going on and where what is happening in all nooks and corners. Secondly, we have builders. We should have builders. Why? Because they contribute to our lives, our learning experiences, and our decision-making ability. And the last, the spoilers. We also should have spoilers. Otherwise, if somebody will not be there to criticize you, then what will happen? Right? So, this is what we have discussed in the upcoming work of mine, that is the ultimate mentor. So the key to this is spend 95% of your time with your builders, only 5% with your indifferent, and hardly 1 or 2% of your time, if you get, you can think about managing the spoilers. But finally, the aim of the third route and of the ultimate mentor is to create explorers. Because to let you go with the thought that we all are strategists, living our lives as per what comes in the dress and the crafts. But what we want is to be explorers. And I'm sure that my book will help a lot of people and many people to transform from strategists to explorers. Thank you very much, and I thank Ukiyoto Publishing for giving me this opportunity to interact with such a humble gathering. Thank you very much.